Listen, before you watch this video, I need you to like and subscribe, man. The goal is to get as many college coaches to this platform as possible to get these kids scholarships. So in order to do that, I need you to like and subscribe to this video and even share it.
Boy,
Good morning. Good
hey,
morning.
that enemy was on us this morning, boy.
Hey, what? Hey,
God
I think
damn.
what y'all tell me, hey, leave that Metro PCS alone, man.
Listen, I'm on T-Mobile like a mug.
Oh, yeah, leave that
Leave
T-Mobile alone,
that
man.
T-Mobile alone.
Time to improve,
Look,
self-improve.
shit, it don't get too much better. Shit,
Boy,
AT&T.
yeah, T-Mobile. I ain't seen a T-Mobile store in a minute.
Listen, man, I'm like, bro, the first time somebody was like, bro, I can't hear you. I'm like, can't hear me? Then I couldn't get y'all on. I said, yeah, it's just gonna be one of the mornings.
Yeah.
Gonna be one of the mornings.
Nah, we live. What's Z
I
at?
just sent him a request. Yeah, man. Did you end up going back?
Nah, I'm finna leave right after
Oh,
this.
okay.
I was moving a little slow, so I don't want to be on that road, and I know it'd be loud. Or I'm not focused. I'm gonna go ahead and leave as soon as we're done with this.
Yeah. Heard the bird get the worm.
Yeah, I wanted to go down there. I gotta plant some stuff. Trying to
Mm,
plant some peas and some greens and some
yeah.
watermelon.
Ooh, listen. When you get the
Oh
watermelons,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's coming for sure.
He said, honey in the morning. What kind of honey is that?
Hey, it really helped me too.
You been seeing the change in it?
Yeah. Cause I'm drinking turmeric and ginger tea.
Oh, that's the base of it, ginger and turmeric.
Yeah. Then I put that
Where's he at?
lemon. I put that lemon in there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, good for my stomach.
Okay. What
He
you
said
what you
yin yang honey. That's probably I'm in Plano, so I went to the Chinese store and got it. So probably they said yin yang
oh
honey.
oh oh.
I go to you know what I'm telling you, and what they call it, we call it the Chinatown.
Oh
They got
yeah.
they got
Uh-huh.
some good fruit down there.
You said they got good fruit?
They got good they store like I go there a lot.
Mm.
Better than HEB.
Yeah.
Cheaper too, yeah, for
You said
sure.
it's better than
Yeah,
HEB?
cheaper. From the fruit produce side,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
for sure. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, HEB produce trash.
Really?
What? Man,
I mean,
I got a drink.
It's better than Walmart.
Yeah, it's way better. Well, boy, I won't buy nothing from Walmart unless it's in a package. hey,
Listen, man, yeah, bro. HEB, that's my store, boy. Hey, you put me on HEB, boy, I will never listen. It's got to be a dire emergency for me to walk in Walmart
hey,
now.
now I'm gonna check out one of those China marts, China mart, and then even one of them Mexican stores. They be having some good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cheaper and everything. Like you want some meat? If you want some meat, go to one of those China stores and the Mexicans, so they meat cheaper.
Is it good though?
Well, I don't really eat a lot of meat, so I don't know, but I just know
Uh,
they got some cheap meat.
hey, oh, bro, where is he at? I didn't invite. Look, now he on that. Look, now he on that Metro time.
Yeah.
He on that government phone.
Uh, he, hey, he on the line right now trying to upload some minutes, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Hey, he bought that phone from the side of the road. Look, free minutes. He got free minutes.
They had to run to Walmart to get that code.
Yo,
Yo,
what's good?
swear gangster.
What up?
What's up with
What
it,
up?
Lil?
Well, we got a late start this morning. Shit, motherfucker. Yeah, he must stay in Frisco. Man,
I gotta
Yeah,
check that one out. I ain't never
Frisco
been to
far as
HEB store.
hell
Man,
from
what?
you?
for me. Yeah, Frisco's super far from me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Where is he? Hey.
Hey,
Z,
I know y'all see my girl Trinity Thompson turning up. Yeah.
yeah,
I
she
seen
got.
that. That's good. That's major for her. That's good.
She be going crazy.
She like that real lefty in your eyes.
Dog, that weekend, dog, she didn't have a game. Every time they win, it's cause she has 17 or more points.
Yeah.
I'm talking about getting to it, bro. When all them coaches were there, she had 20 in the first half, bro.
Mm.
The first half when all them was there.
Oh well, that'll do it.
Yeah. And that did it. Yeah, that did it right
That'll
there.
do it.
Yeah,
That'll do.
then she had like a double on the Arkansas Mavs. Yeah, that did it.
Mm.
Yeah,
What's the?
she was hooping.
We waiting on Z, but I don't know. Oh, there you go, right there. I was gonna say, what are you doing? All right, here we go. So topic is coaching good kids versus development kids. Coaches who sub kids every mistake versus kids who let coaches who let kids play through mistakes, and then kids who constantly program jump. So that's the topics this morning. But topic kind of popped in my head before we even like jump on this. So like you had mentioned like going to the Chinese store or going to the Mexican store. Like, what would we sell if we had our own store? I always think about that. Like, dang, like why we ain't got our own plaza? Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like,
Yeah.
what would we sell if?
Hey, everywhere you go in US, it's a Chinatown, it's a African town, it's an Ethiopian town somewhere.
Uh huh.
Like you go down to like North Dallas, then you go find some Ethiopian spots.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
There you
everywhere
go.
you go in the US, it's a Chinese, Asian town,
Uh huh.
Korean town. It ain't nothing for black people. It is some. You know, you go down south
Right.
and south, you got some stuff. But what we would sell, but we just got to get back to like making our own stuff, making our own food, producing our own vegetables and fruit.
Uh huh.
Uh, well, we got a lot of black farmers out here, but we don't celebrate them. We don't like, we don't really know where they selling their stuff at. But as a whole, we should definitely start opening up our own grocery stores. You know, back in the day, that's what we had. We had our own grocery stores, we had our own hospitals, we had our own schools and stuff like
Right.
that. So that's where I come from. Like my people, everybody I know, farm, got chickens in the backyard, got
Mm-hmm.
cow. We raise cows. Like that's why I'm going back. Like, hey, it's time for me to get my own shit
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, we gotta get back into that for sure.
Yeah.
My
But
wife,
I always think like Mexicans got their own cultural food, right? You know what I'm saying? Like taco, burritos, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the base of it, right? Then Asians, they got their shrimp fried rice and egg rolls and just their foreign food. Like it's just kind of like what do we have like that's authentic to us? Like you know what I'm saying? Besides like the fruit or you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. So
Soul food, but everything come from us. It stem from us. So
gotcha.
we can cook anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything come from us.
Gotcha.
Not saying it like that. I'm just saying like we cook rice, we
Yeah.
cook tacos, we
Yeah.
cook
Yeah.
grill, we cook everything just like everybody else.
Yeah. Gotcha. Uh, so first topic is coaching good kids versus development kids. What is the difference between coaching good kids and coaching development kids? Uh, how do you go about that?
Uh,
I mean, you saying coaching the kids that come to you good already and the kids that don't come to you good. Is that what you're saying in the general, in a sense?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I think the best thing that people, like when I used to have my little teams, parents got mad at me for this, but kids that walked in the tryouts and I could tell they could play already,
Mm-hmm.
they could play. They would be on my so-called travel team. They would be
Mm-hmm.
my travel team. Then the kids that I need to work with and spend more time with, they would be on my developmental team.
Mm-hmm.
And the parents, this started way back when. The parents would get upset because the travel team was in tournaments that they could play in, like they could compete in those tournaments.
Right.
But the developmental team wanted to be in those same tournaments and get their head beat in. But
Mm-hmm.
they wasn't on that level. So parents, when you try to do things that's good for their kids,
Right.
they don't accept it. They don't want to accept it. They don't want to accept that their kid is on a developmental team. They don't want to accept it's early. It's early. Well, I'm trying to get them better. I'm trying to get them better where they can be on somebody's travel team. But a lot of parents get upset about that, man. They don't want. That's just almost like how parents act with school ball, A, B, and
Yeah.
C team. Parents be pissed off when they kid come home and say he on C team. You know what I'm saying? Like they mad, thinking that they delusional, thinking their kid's supposed to be on A team, not even going to B team. They say, why my kid not on A team? They don't never say why my kid didn't make B team.
Yeah, they go from C to A.
Yeah, exactly. So I think when you find some good parents that understand what you're trying to do for their child, and when you explain it to them what you're trying to do for them, because sometimes I don't think coaches explain, they just do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you explain to them and they still don't want to receive it, be receptive to what you're trying to give them and do for their child, then you gotta let them go, man. You gotta let them go, because I be having plans for kids, but parents don't want to abide by the plan. They think they're gonna shortcut it or cheat it, so they'll go try to go across town and play on somebody else's travel team, and then now we'll see them in a tournament. They can't do nothing. They can't even stay in the game, man. They just getting their head beat in, and that person just taking their money.
Right.
So
Somebody actually sent me a post in the story, and it was at a tournament, and I actually filmed a couple games this past live period, and it's kind of like, bro, I think the score was like 70-10 in live
yeah,
period. In live
yeah,
period.
it's levels,
Not in
man.
a
It's
regular,
levels.
not in a regular tournament. This is where coaches pop up at, and this was a small, intimate setting, and it was seven. Like it was bad. I'm like, bro, why did y'all come to Houston and get beat like this?
Well,
Like, why?
it's just like
Hey,
Why?
you done spent all that money.
it's
Well,
just
hotels.
it's just it's just what Grindhouse said the other day on his post. A lot of these parents don't talk to their kids like they need to talk to them. Like when the baby get in the car and be upset, why Coach Z got me on that team? Why I'm not on the other team? And the parent's supposed to look in that back seat and say, you ain't good enough. But they won't do it. They won't give them the truth when they got the opportunity to give them the truth, and they figure a way to get out of it without even having to have themselves involved in it. Well, okay, baby, let's try to look for you another team. That's what parents do now. They won't tell their kids the truth, so that's why all these dilemmas come about. That's why all these kids out here floating around, delusional, thinking they are better than what they are, man. I'm just telling you.
So like, good kids, okay, what if I mean everybody gonna get beat every now and then, right?
Yeah,
But like I
not
think it's a certain
not
level.
70, not
Not,
70-10 though. Not
yeah.
70-10.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can't
yeah,
put
yeah.
Yeah,
if you can't put up like if you can't lose. I always tell my girl when we go to those terms because we compete with anybody,
Right.
especially our age. But I play my girls up,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, bro, I'm not really care because we still in development phase. So we use some of those. We was using those tournaments to play elite teams. Like we only played one, but I'm like, this is to show y'all where y'all at. This is like a
Mm-hmm.
measuring stick. We go back to our development tournaments, but I was like, hey, I'm gonna throw y'all in this and this our measuring sticks. And like what we lose by one, by
yep,
two, by
yep,
one. But if
yep.
they getting better, now we back in these tournaments, man, they getting their rocks off, they doing whatever they want. But that's what I was gonna say. Like when you coaching elite, it's like a type of not pressure for the coach, but it's a type of standard you got to coach. Like everything
Mm-hmm.
got to be good. You can't lose by more than 20, like
Yeah.
more than 15. You got to do this. I had a referee come to me on the sideline Saturday and be like, I got some Indian kids, and I'm coaching these Indian kids just like I coach my elite kids.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta get back, sit down, cut off, swing. And he was like, bro, you one of the only coaches that be out here coaching these like the not so good kids
Yeah,
because they not doing half the stuff I'm telling them. Sit
yep,
down, and they standing straight up. You know what I'm saying? And he was
Mm-hmm.
like, man, and you coaching with passion.
yeah,
And I said, hey, bro, I love coaching these kids because they trying to get better. They trying to
yeah,
listen. They trying to do that. But when you go to that elite world, like Z said, if they not ready, they still feel like they ready.
yep,
Or if they believe they supposed to be in a game, but they in a game not really producing and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. So it's hard when you cross over to the elite world because I'm always saying this: if you elite,
Mm-hmm.
you do elite stuff. You show up on time, you warm up, you done
Mm-hmm.
shot these shots. when you elite, I don't really have to coach. Like Z came and you coached our team. You had one practice with him, you coach, and it was a good show. We didn't win everything, but you had it. And I told them, girl, y'all own y'all way. Did I tell them they was elite? I said, y'all own y'all way. You have the opportunity to be elite. Does that make sense? So, when you doing it, I always look at it like elite kids. When you elite, you do elite stuff. When you
Yeah.
development, you can make these mistakes. You can lose these close games. It's not a measuring stick no more. It's just like, hey, we working on this, we working on this, we working on this. But when you coaching these elite kids, it's all about like, hey, you gotta go perform. And a lot of kids don't understand that. Like, you can't just be on the team. I call them, you just running a mile at this point. You just running up and down the court, running up and down the
And,
court, running up and
and,
down the court.
and to your point, Trey, also putting those developmental kids on an elite team, you're gonna lose your elite team because those girls or those boys are gonna get frustrated with that person when they come out on the floor
Right.
and they're getting trapped and they can't do nothing. They turning the ball over. They every time they come in the game, it's not good. You know what I'm saying? And so those parents and those kids get frustrated. Why is this kid on this team? Why is this kid on this team? You have to bring something to the
Right.
table. That's just like I had a parent come to me and said, why aren't our practices like their practices? I looked at it and I said, ma'am, y'all can't do what they do in
Yeah.
practice. I could run that college practice with them.
Right.
I gotta run a junior high beginning practice with y'all because y'all can't catch. You can't, and I hate hurting parents' feelings, but it's almost like they don't even see it themselves. Like they just clueless,
Hey,
man.
can I
They are clueless.
expound on that? So
Yeah,
even
go ahead.
like that practice, so you be like, hey, you can't do that practice. But then like you will see the kid might be able to do it, but you be like, okay, just because you got the ability to do this drill, don't mean you're doing it at an elite level. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like it's a
yeah,
time thing. You're not getting up that court fast enough. So like what you saying, parents be like, my baby can do what those kids can do. Yeah, but can you do it at the rate they doing it at? Like
yeah,
this ain't no PSA. We walking down the court trying to get these drills off. This is
yeah,
we. Then we got to move on. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So they don't look at it
yeah.
like that either.
So do y'all feel like it's a lot of, I don't want to say a lot, but do you feel like too much, too many development kids on elite programs nowadays?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, they not
And,
really. A lot of
and,
kids
and,
ain't
Like
on.
and
I'm
let's just
talking about on the
and
top circuits like
let
UIPL,
let's just talk
USC.
about it. Let's just talk about it on the elephant in the room. It's all about bread, bro. It's all
Yeah,
about bread, man. At the end of the day, it's all about money, man.
yeah,
See, you know what I'm saying? Them kids gonna pay, bro. Them parents gonna pay. Man, you ain't gonna worry about missing that monthly payment with them. They gonna pay, man.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I tell people that all the time. So if you got into this game about money, then you will have that on your team. You will have that type of stuff on your team. But if you ain't in it for the money and ain't in it for the wins, you're gonna do what's right about the kids.
yeah,
You can tell who's doing what's right about the kids and the ones that ain't doing what's right about the kids. Automatically when you go sit in that gym and just be disclose and sit down and just
yeah,
watch. And you better tell, bro. This old man taught me that.
yeah,
He said, man, I watch you coach, man. I got to find out who this team is. He said, man, you about these kids. When I started a long time ago, he said, man, you about these kids, bro. I seen you with some real good kids. I've seen you with some sorry kids. It's the same passion, the same knowledge. You trying to lead these kids, regardless if they losing, regardless if they winning. It's the same. You the same across the board. So he said, I see too many coaches out here now. They only want elite kids. They can't coach the other type of kids. They have no passion for losing. Everybody's sorry. You hear them cussing everybody out. They ain't work with him. I had an old mentor like that to just watch me. He was in the game for like 45
yeah,
years. And he kind of took me under his wing. He loved what I was doing when I started. And so you can tell, Ed, you can tell automatic. Go sit some days, just go to a gym and not be Ed. And just sit down and just watch. And you're going to be like,
yeah.
damn, he was right.
You're right. No, you're
I'm
right.
telling you.
You see it all the time. That's like I got a situation where I gotta look. I'm looking, and I'm like, nah, we can't go there. No, we can't. Like, cause you can really really tell. Like, you can tell who play the politic games. You can tell you can tell who got the dad and who the booster of the team. The dad standing right behind the
Yeah,
bench. He's the one voted. You
yeah,
know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, and what they say, how much I gotta pay you let my son play.
yeah,
or how much I gotta, how much it's gonna cost for let my daughter run that point guard.
Yep.
Now you got, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like you saying, you can tell who's about that money. You can tell who about that. You know what I'm saying, about the kids for sure.
So a comment on here is just said you can't build elite kids. How do y'all feel about that comment?
You can't build them.
Yeah, somebody said you can't build
Nah,
elite
you can build
kids.
elite kids.
Yeah, you can build elite kids. You can't make a kid elite.
Yeah, all
You can.
my kids were
No, I
trash.
think he's
Yeah.
saying that they already elite. I think he's saying if they already elite, can you
Oh
build
no,
them? Like, can you?
Oh,
no. Them the
you
worst type
can
of kids.
you
If they
can
think they elite, worst
not
type.
not all of them. Not all of them. I got Harmony. Harmony was elite, but she was willing to be even more elite. She wanted to
Yeah.
learn. So it's some kids that come to you that's cold at the earth. Ryan, I got Ryan. The baby was cold. You know what I'm saying? I just told her I could make her even better. You know what I'm saying? And she bought into that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? She bought into that. You know, like, yeah, coach gonna make me even better. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you get kids that come to you that's cold, and then you get some that think they arrived and they don't want to work no more. They everything is always somebody else's fault. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no room for growth.
yeah,
They already good enough. So that is true. You do get some kids like that because they're being told
Mm-hmm.
that. They're being told that. But the ones open minded at a young age and still want to climb that ladder and keep on going, yeah, you can build on to what they already
yeah.
got.
Got you. What is?
Hold on. Somebody said
Oh,
really coaches selling stuff.
Listen, man, do you need college coaches on you early, late? It doesn't matter. I'm Coming University got everything for you. Posted twice a month, 16 plus thousand followers, 450 plus coaches every month. And we just dropped the app. I'm Coming University got his own app, own platform where we got every access to every coach in America, D1, D2, NAIA, JUCO. It don't matter what level you want to go to and what level are you good enough for at the end of the day. Book a call in the description and let's get you seen and let's get you.
Oh yeah, I've seen it firsthand. I
Yeah,
promise, I know it.
yeah,
Hey, I've seen it. I witnessed it. Somebody done taught me the game. Yeah, you gonna let them on that team? And hey, I done had to give somebody up. The girl, you know me. I'm just me. Girl, come on the team, and the whoever sent it be like, yeah, this the money man. And I'm like, all right, cool. Hey, but you on my elite team. You know what I'm saying? This my
yeah,
and I got these are my girls. Like these down, they're like my daughters. I've been raising them, helping them since third, fourth grade.
yeah,
mm-hmm.
Oh, you can't run with them. You can't catch no passes. You finna sit right on this bench. I don't care how much money you think you can give me. You
Yeah,
finna sit right over here. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
What
We ain't
is
playing
the
no games.
How do y'all identify, or what separates elite kid from a development kid? Like what category, or in between kid? Like what's the stages of
it's
those? Like,
almost and it's almost like when I train, like my grassroots intermediate program compared to my advanced program.
okay,
All right. So a grassroots kid, a real beginner grassroots kid, they're developing. They're trying to learn their motor skills. They're trying to learn how to do things at the same time. What goes with basketball: run and dribble, catch and run. Those are grassroots kids. They're really trying to learn the feel of the game, learning the skill set of the game, learning what they're gonna have to do in the game. Intermediate kid has that. And now they're trying to learn the IQ of the game. Like, when am I supposed to do this? And when am I supposed to do that? How am I supposed to get there? How I'm doing? What about this spot and that spot? You know what I'm saying? And learning how to read a screen. Which way should I take the screen? Which should I reject the
Yeah,
screen? That's an intermediate kid. Then when you get in the advanced level, them kids already understand what you're telling them to do. Like, they're able to make a read and react. They can do all the stuff that you want them to do. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
That's what a fully advanced kid can do. They can, on the spot, you can tell them to do something. They got it. You know what I'm saying? They know how to retreat dribble. They know how to retreat dribble, get out of traffic, and they can see everything still. They still seeing the floor, still seeing the pass. They can do everything. So just like that, with an elite kid is able to go in a game and survive without no problems.
Mm-hmm.
They can survive. You know what I'm saying? Now, a real elite kid that's getting double teamed and face guarded, that's another level. That's a real elite kid. That's when you know you really one of them.
Mm-hmm.
When you getting face guarded and double teamed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So That's a whole nother ball game. But putting a developmental kid in them type of situations, they're gonna crumble, bro. They're gonna hate basketball.
Mm-hmm.
We
They're
going
gonna
next
hate.
week. We going
They're
next
gonna hate
week every day.
basketball, bro.
On
That's
next
why I
week.
be trying to tell parents about rushing their kids into that. Into that, you're gonna crush them. You're gonna crush them. They're gonna be in the backseat like this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I look at it like like I tell my kids all the time, like when we developed, because we had that tough schedule where we was gonna go to all those live periods, we gonna play all the top teams. We did it one time, but now I'm like, all right, we going back to development. So I'm not really, I'm coaching you better. I'm telling you, like you saying, I'm telling you why to do this, when to do this. I'm saying, hey, slow down, slow down. We about to work on screens this whole 8 minutes. Come off this screen, so it might not work that time. You know, in that elite world, it's like, all right, we gotta switch it up. In this development world, we're gonna keep doing the same
Yeah.
thing because we
Yeah.
working on this.
Mm-hmm.
When we go to the elite world, it's about performance.
Yeah.
I expect you to come out that screen on your own.
Right.
And I
Yeah.
expect you to make these reads on your own.
Right.
I
Yeah.
expect like the elite world, I expect for you might because you know it happened, you might be getting trapped. That development, we throw that ball up, it's okay, get it back. Or we lose it, we turn it over, get it back.
Mm-hmm.
Or they might take it from you. It's all right, get it back. And I might, do a little yelling or whatever. Don't let nobody. But the elite world, they trapping you. I expect for you to know how to step through, make the right read, like make the right read. Like elite stuff is all about performance. Like, can you
Mm-hmm.
perform? It's a rebound, that development. You can get away with watching that rebound coming down. The elite world, you gotta go get that from you gotta go get that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like it's just different little things you expect elite kids to do, and then you expect development kids not to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And this is my last question. So where do you feel, where do y'all feel like is getting skipped? Like, do you feel like people are trying to skip from development all the way to elite and they missing
Yes.
that
Yeah.
intermediate? That
That's
or
the saying. I say it all the time. Parents try to cheat the process.
mm-hmm.
They try to cheat the process, bro. My daughter played rec ball. Lil Z played rec ball. Like, why my kids can play rec, but your kid can't? Your kid got to go straight to the travel ball and be, playing. Man, listen, man. They got the game twisted, bro. You can't skip the process. I got parents that walk in with a 12-year-old, 13-year-old. They see little babies in the gym that can dribble better than their kid, but their baby too old to be in that class. He need to be in advance with the older kids. No, he or she don't. He and she need to be right here learning how to dribble just like the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? So, but parents try to skip that process. They try to cheat it.
Yeah.
They try to cheat it, bro. I promise you, I see it all the time.
And they try to move fast, like Z said. My kids play rec. This what you see out here. I don't know anywhere else, but in North Dallas, like Plano, you see kids on rec teams, and they still trying to play on like quote unquote elite teams. It's like
Mm-hmm.
you can't do both. I understand what you're trying to do, but it don't work because you're gonna either make this elite team frustrated or you're gonna have some false stuff happening. You going to PSA, you getting 20 points in PSA, and then you come in here and you can't do none of that. That's messing with your kid
Yeah.
confidence. You either gonna put them in here, let them get beat all the time, or you gonna let them go to PSA and let them have his way. But you can I
Mm-hmm.
don't I believe you can't do both. Of the parents, like you said, Z, they trying to skip it. I know he's on the rate level, but let's go ahead and take him to this elite world and try to give him the experience. No,
Mm-hmm.
let him develop first.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
hey, you heard what I told my girls last night. You seeing all these girls playing, going traveling. I know y'all on Instagram seeing these girls posting their highlight reels and looking good. They in the Select 40, they in the Under Armour. I said, y'all not missing nothing. Y'all not missing nothing. You still working on your game. You still getting better. When we play those girls, y'all gonna bust they ass. You not missing nothing. But
Mm-hmm.
they think just because we not going to those tournaments, they missing it and they getting left behind. It's like, no, we working on our game. We are still developing. Like he said, we coming off screens. We doing this. I'm teaching you how to read. So when you get to high school, that's my first time. I say this. Before you become elite, this how I look at it. This how I tell my girls. Before you say you elite, go terrorize the high school scene first. Once you terrorize the high school team season, everybody in the city gonna say, "Who is that baby?
Mm-hmm.
That baby is the truth. We need her on our AAU. We need her on our AAU team." Does that make sense? Like, so everybody gonna tell you you elite after your first performance in high school. So all my girls gonna make varsity as a freshman. They're
Yeah.
probably a start. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, y'all gonna terrorize shit. It ain't nobody doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? They all
Yeah.
playing games. Y'all in this gym.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm telling them, don't
Yeah.
worry about like it'll get there. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
only it's only a so few that's gonna stay and listen though, Trey. You know that,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah,
some of them they miss they not believe in what you're saying. They think they
Yeah,
supposed to be doing that and ripping and running. And you know, I preach it all the time that you don't have to do all that in the early age no more because ain't no offers coming in the 8th grade no
right.
right.
more. Ain't no offers coming out here. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very select few girls that's getting an offer in the 8th grade. Like I mean, we can count maybe 10, maybe at the most around the world that maybe getting an offer in the eighth
A,
grade.
re-
Right.
a real offer,
A real offer.
a real
Yeah, a
offer.
real offer. Yeah. So, you know, back in the day, yeah, that used to happen all the time. So parents definitely were trying to play their kids on the circuit because kids were getting offers at a young age. But that's over with now. But just what you're saying, Trey, you know, what I did with Lil Z, like I tell everybody, when I pulled him from AAU all those years, everybody was like, man, people was calling me, where Lil Z at, man? Why you ain't playing him? Why you ain't playing him? They felt like I was wrong. Like, you know, like, man, you supposed to be, man, you crazy as hell, man. You supposed to be playing your son, man. Like, you know, but I was like, I learned from my daughter.
Yeah,
Like, that didn't mean that all them games don't mean a hill of beans if you really not like that, bro. I was trying to make my son really like that. That way when people saw him, they'd be like, oh shit, this mother, you know, and that's what started happening when I put him back out there. People were like, oh man, that nigga different, bro. He different. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So, you know, but people rather play a million games than do the work to look good in front of
yeah.
millions.
mm,
Just for
You
that one
know?
little highlight clip.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
And
that
I got
Yeah.
a question for you, Z, because you've been developing. So we probably look at the game the same. So we can go sit down and watch the game, and I can go watch these Nike EYBL, Junior EYBLs. You can watch the Adidas teams, the Under Armour team, and I can sit there and be like, all right, they throw a layup, they throw a fast break layup. The girl come down on the left side doing right hand layups. I said she ain't ready. Or you see a girl get beat, can't slide her feet, can't bend her hips, can't turn her hips, can't flip her hips. I'm like, they ain't ready. But they constantly out there practicing bad habits.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I be trying to tell my kids, that's the girl you gonna catch. She up here doing this now,
yep,
but look at all the bad habits she's
yep.
doing. Jogging up
Mm-hmm.
the court. Like you be at my practice, I get onto them for not sprinting to that corner. You know, most parents be like, don't go to that corner. You go to Elite World, you get to that
Corner,
corner.
yep.
Yeah.
Get and I would stop my whole practice if they not getting to that corner.
I
You know
did
what I'm saying? And my point
I
guard stop
did
keeping up.
drills. I did drills at training last night, getting to the corner. I did
Yeah,
drills with kids sprinting to the corner, bro. Like, you know, and we driving and kicking, and you got to be able to hit that at a speed that's unreal. If you trying to be an elite player, that's how fast you're gonna be running in the game. This how fast you're going to get that shot off when somebody closing out on you.
right.
So I think, you know what I'm saying? You know, like my teams back in the day when I used to coach, I would watch film. I had parents that recorded games. They would send it to me on email. And I would see that we were weak on the left side. So a whole next game in the rec league, we couldn't do nothing but on the left side the whole game. And we were still winning by 20 and 25 points. But I was
Mm-hmm.
making my girls learn how to play on the left side of the floor because everything we did was straight down the right side. So if we did, you know, go play in a tournament with the elite kids, they were gonna catch on to that real quick, and and they just gonna stop everything that we can do. They're gonna disrupt everything we can do.
Right.
So when you're a good coach and you're a developer, you want to develop the full kid. You don't want to just win.
Right.
Like some people so worried about winning, so they forget about the development part. Like making kid, they don't mind that girl doing them bad things, some bad habits, or that
Yeah.
boy doing
As
them
long as
bad
they
habits.
winning.
Because
Mm-hmm.
as long as
Right.
they winning, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, as a parent and sitting in the stands, you got to be catching the bad stuff. Like, nah, we ain't doing that. You know, we ain't doing that. Like, I used to stand up like, Zay, use your left hand on the left side. You know, like you know,
Yeah.
I used to say stuff like that because I know how far you need to be to get to that level that you saying you want to get
Yeah.
to. You know, so
Like yeah.
those are some of the things. Those are some of the things that go on with elite parents and elite kids, man. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
that
a
just
lot of a
yeah,
lot of them playing, but they not like just looking as a develop. They not ready. Like you could just look and be like, bro, that shit ain't gonna pan out for a long run. Like
yeah,
you said,
yeah,
like Jayla, I got a girl named Jayla. She could be in a game and she been struggling with her layups. But if you go look at it, she missing all her left hand layups. Not all. She'll be on a fast break and she'll miss a left hand layup, and then she'll get down. I'm like, it's all right. At first, when we in them elite tournaments, I'm like, you gotta make your goddamn layups. But then when we in those development tournaments, I'm like, hey, I'm happy that you're trying to use that left. I'm happy you trying to use that left.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because the comfortable thing is, like you saying, see, to win that game is, I know I can make it with my right. But you
yeah.
coming down there, putting that body in there, coming over with that left, I love that shit. I
Mm-hmm.
love it because I can see it translating into when you were a sophomore in high school, a junior in high
Mm-hmm.
school. So now that left hand, right hand, people gonna say, damn, that girl can finish with both hands.
Right.
But now, how many girls right now, sophomore, juniors, seniors, that's finishing with both hands?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot. You don't
Yeah.
see it.
Coaches who sub kids every mistake versus coaches who let kids play through mistakes. Kind of ties into what we already talking about. But do you at the elite level, do you feel like you still can do that? Let kids play through mistakes,
I
or
got,
or
I
the
got.
elite's kind of tight.
So I like watching. I like studying the game and studying the best. So I watched that girl. Dang, what's her name? Alina. What's her name? From Cali. The
Oh,
K
yeah,
Smith. What?
Special K.
Special K. Special case, special
Yeah.
case. So I watched all her games like
Uh
on
huh.
YouTube, everything they got on YouTube. And you know, her daddy as a coach. The year before, her daddy was the assistant coach, I guess, just on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
And they had another coach. And I'm watching the game, and it's like a big ass game against Sierra Cannon, right? Man, I watched that baby come down there and jack up down there half court threes, and it's like down. They only down 2 points. She come down there, jack one up and miss. Bam. Everybody say it's cool, keep shooting. And I'm like, damn, fool. She come down there, dribbling down the court, shoot another one, miss. I'm like, damn, but they keep on. She do it 4 times, never make one. And it's like at one point, it's like, damn. I'm thinking like, damn, she gonna shoot them out the game. She don't need that. Get her team involved.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody said nothing. More plays. She just playing her game. Come down later in the game. Pow, pow, pow. I'm like, damn. So I'm learning those kids that get to play through those mistakes and play through those missed shots and take bad shots and nobody like really saying nothing. They really do become the best. Like Aaliyah Chavez, she can shoot anything she want. Do she? No, but she got the ability to do it, and she know ain't nobody breathing down her neck. She knows she ain't getting pulled, so they confident level and like shooting and just scoring and playing is at like an all time high compared to kids that if I jack this shot up, I know my coach about to take me out.
Right.
Yeah. But I think to go to that point though, Trey, you earn that as a player by your work ethic
Yeah.
and the way that you show that you perform.
Yeah,
Like if you perform it at a high level, I've coached kids where I didn't, I let them play through that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I would be coaching them and be like, don't worry about that. But and then amnesia. That was one of my
yeah.
sayings when you miss shots. Amnesia, forget things quickly. All my kids know that about me. You know what I'm saying? But if I wouldn't have played for a few coaches in my career, I wouldn't have had the career I had. You feel what I'm saying? But they trusted me by my work ethic. They saw how much I was in the gym. They saw how many shots I put up a day. They saw the work. So they believed. They believed just like I believe. So a coach is going to coach you according to what he believes about you. You know what I'm saying? If he sees you putting that work in, if he sees you, that girl or that boy doing the things to be elite and to be a special player, of course they're gonna get to make a lot more mistakes than a normal player would get to make. You know what I'm saying? But in that confidence now your confidence is on level 10.
Right. Right.
There's nothing like my daughter explained. Playing at Alabama this year, man, she ain't worried about nothing. I can go do whatever I want to do. Ain't nobody tripping. Then you go to the WNBA tryout and training camp. You worried about every little thing you do wrong because you're not one of those names. Like you can make a mistake like that. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a different level of confidence and psyche that you have to play when you're microscope, when you're being microscope, and when you're free. There's a totally two different lanes to play in.
So at the development stage, now granted, like it's development, but like,
Yeah.
where does your leash?
So
Do you kind of let everybody have
Yeah,
free reign at the
I do.
development stage, or
At my development stage, I let them mess up, man.
yeah,
I really
you
do. I let
you
them
let
mess up.
everybody?
I let
Yeah.
everybody. I want everybody to see how much work they need to have and need to work on because if I keep subbing them out, they'll never get to see where they really are.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? So I always like to show kids and parents, listen, y'all been talking about you need to be on this other team, but look at this. We getting beat 50-10 over here. You know what I'm saying? We can't even get the ball up the court. But y'all don't want to do drills that we just work on getting the ball up the court. Y'all want to practice like the elite team. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't there. So as a coach, sometimes you got to show the parents and the kids how bad they really are. Like if you protected them in a developmental game, they'll never get to know.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They'll never get to know how bad they are, bro. So I always let them play. Hey, that's all right. That's all right. Come on, get it back. Play D. I'm just trying to encourage them to keep playing hard, But I need to show them that their skill set not where it need to be. They don't work hard enough. They're not having a ball in their hand enough. They don't train. Most of them kids don't train, bro.
At the development stage.
At development stage, most of them don't train. Yeah, and if they do train, it's once a month. They'll pop in on you and they soaking wet when they leave, and then you won't see them again for another 3 weeks.
Disappear, yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
look at it like, so with my development kids, I'm teaching you how to play basketball. So I'll let you play through your mistakes. Like somebody take the ball, you turn the ball over, because that's when they do the most turnovers. But like as far as scores, like I take Sage, we all know Sage. Like when she play her age or anywhere, she's so young. I let her play through a lot of stuff. Like I
Mm-hmm.
try, like if she take a bad shot, I try to be like, hey, that's a good shot, but hey, I know you can get a better shot because I know she's so young. I don't want to put in her head, hey, because in her mind, she can go get a bucket anytime. Like
Mm-hmm.
she can go get it anytime. So I don't want to put in young kids, like development kids' minds. They're like, hey, don't take these shots. That's a bad shot. Don't do this. So you gotta let them, like those type of players. You gotta let them play a little bit through their mistakes, but then you gotta know how to be like, hey, let me put this leash on you just a little bit. So say, hey, get your team involved and then start taking those shots.
Mm-hmm.
Or I tell you, hey, she like to shoot threes. I'm saying, hey, let's wait until the second half to start shooting threes. You can get to the goal, get into your layups, get into your floaters, get into your pull-up jump shots, and then later start shooting threes instead of just trying to pull them. But all the other kids, when you don't have that ability, like just to get your shots off on your own, it's like I let you play through your mistakes. But if you start trying to take those shots, she trying to take because you think you her, then nah, I can't let you play through that because that's not your game.
But that's
That
what I'm
won't ever be your
saying,
game.
though.
That won't ever,
Trey,
like you said, you don't train like that though, so that
yeah.
won't ever be your game.
Trey,
That won't ever. You gonna be a role player.
you see the potential in that kid. So that's why you have a longer leash for her. You
Mm-hmm.
see her forward potential. So as coaches, we see kids that's gonna be like, oh,
Yeah,
this kid gonna be good, man. This kid gonna be really, really good. So you start broadening them with, yes, I'm not gonna microscope you because I see how much you love this shit. I see how much you wanna be involved in basketball. I'm going to give you a little bit more leniency to do things a little bit more than everybody else because you are working on it. You are trying to do this. You are, and your potential is, it's going to be later on down the line. You're going to be really, really good. So,
right.
yeah, of course, as a coach, when you see stuff like that, you do coach those kids a little bit differently and approach them a little bit differently.
Yeah.
Got you. Where do y'all feel like the kid? I mean, it's kind of a self-explanatory question, but for the parents and the kids, where do y'all feel like you're able to show that you've earned the green light? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Performance.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Performance. That's all about performance, Ed. Like,
what if
if you going,
if you never get the opportunity though? Like,
Now
you've been
you
working
get
on
the
your game.
opportunity. You get you in that
yeah,
game,
who don't get an opportunity if they can play, Ed?
and then
Wow.
I look at it like this. You get the like because this is what we try to make kids like. Let's say we all play basketball. Like
Mm-hmm.
this we gotta talk about this role playing. I remember when I first got to high school, my coach told me, "Hey, this is your role. You gonna set screens. You gonna set a down screen, ball screen, and you gonna dive. Don't even look for that ball."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "What? I'm a guard." He said, "You ain't no guard on this team. You a forward. You gonna set these screens." But I used to cry, man. I don't want to do this shit. Hey, but I set them down screens. Kids don't have a role.
Yeah.
If Z that score, I'm not about to be like, hey, I'm like Z. If Ed, you the shooter, I'm not about to say, hey, I'm like this. So you get it. So like, let's say you a shooter, and everybody saying, "Hey, that's the shooter." So you in that game, you shooting that ball. That girl or that boy knock down shots. If they take 10 shots at a development age, they might make 3 or 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's really good for development because you know they only get 18, 20 points a game anyway.
Yeah.
So
Right,
that
right.
them 2 threes is major. But now if you a kid who just, I call it chunking, you just chunking that shit up,
Yeah.
don't do that. We ain't doing that right now. Because how many threes have you shot this week? How many threes have you made this whole tournament? So you
Mm-hmm.
can't say you're not getting that opportunity. That's just not your game.
Right.
Yep.
This girl might be on that ball and coming off screens, and she can get into her bag in and out, and she might be able to hit a step back, but that's not your game. So
Right.
you can't compare yourself to that. Your game might be getting rebounded. So I tell kids, hey, I want you to get in that game and get every rebound. I don't really care about you scoring the ball right now.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to go get every rebound. So I got a girl come in there, she's snagging rebounds. Then her parents like, now you got to start scoring. I'm like, no, you don't. I call it, no, you don't. Master doing what you mastering right now.
Right.
Later
Right.
in life, later in your game, you're gonna get that confidence, get that rebound, and go up with it eventually. You're gonna get your points like that. Eventually, your game start translating. You get another role. You might be in that corner. You might knock down corner
Mm-hmm.
threes. You might be a baseline rip drop, but it's gonna start exposing and stuff. You're gonna start, okay, I can do this. Okay, I can do this. But you're not gonna be that point guard handling that ball full court pressure. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
kids gotta know they role. Parents gotta know, all right, my baby does this really. And I like to say this. Kids come out there and they show you what they want to do. That point
Yeah.
guard, when it's you say I need 5 out. Like see, you go, I need 5 out. That point guard is like, all right, shit, I got the ball, I'm here. The person who want to stand in that corner, she goes to that corner.
Corner,
That
yeah.
person who think they are big, they about to play that big. They put themselves in their own positions. We not putting them. Hey, I never told Sage you a point guard. Every time we get in that group, she got the ball in her hands. She dribbling it. I might say, hey, I want you to. I might tell a little girl, Becca, I want you to play point guard. Sage like, shit, you gonna play point guard when I'm not on the court. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I can't tell Sage not to handle that ball. You see what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So
Oh
kids
yeah.
know what they gonna play. Like you can tell that same girl, hey, go play point guard. Sage in the game. Then I tell you play point guard, but Sage got the ball. That means you ain't trying to be the point guard.
But yeah, it's just like I got a great example of being elite. I went to go watch Trey Young in high school at the Hoop Fest, and he went 0 for 14. But let me tell you what, it was the best looking 0 for 14 I had ever seen in my history of my life, bro.
Damn.
You gotta
And I'm
explain
in the
that.
stands. I'm in the stands with a bunch of other. I'm in the stands with a bunch of other hoop junkies, just like me. That's all we do is basketball, bro. And so they are like, man, no, he ain't this, man, he ain't that, because they're judging him off of mates.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm judging him off of how he looked.
Mm-hmm. The movement
I know
passes.
that ball. I played at a high level. I know that ball normally go in.
Right, 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 right.
I know that ball. So he comes back the next day and he had 40, 49. And I'm looking at all them niggas that was in the stand with me yesterday. And everybody like this. Oh, see, man, dang, dog, yeah. I'm like, bro, I'm telling y'all, this dude is the league dude. And I don't know about no NBA. I'm telling y'all, he going to the league. And to this day, some of them be like, see, you was dead all right, man. You was dead all right. I can tell you if you're elite, and it ain't about how many points you scored.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, it's never about that with me. I'm
yeah,
not judging you by points. I'm judging you by how you look on that floor. I'm telling you.
yeah. I'm glad you said that. I say that all the time. Like I don't care, man. Yeah, you put 20 up, but I don't. That shit don't translate to the. It's first it don't translate to college, then it won't translate to the league. Like you can see it. It's not about like you said. I can see somebody have a bad offensive game, and it's like the movements, the
Yep,
way they doing it, the
yep,
way they keeping their team involved.
yep,
Oh they doing something with that ball. Yeah.
yep.
Mm-hmm. Got you, got you. So I want to kind of piggyback off what Trey said. You like, I think a lot of kids they put themselves in that position because they told that somewhere they was told that somewhere else. So like you say, I need 5 out, right? Somebody probably done told them somewhere else. did they probably before they probably got to you or whatever the case may be? Like, hey, go in this corner, like go in here. Like you might not told Sage, oh, you the point guard, right? You know what I'm saying? But like she just probably just naturally think, oh, I'm small, I can dribble, I'm the point guard. But a lot of kids like they've been told that they was big wherever they played. Like in middle school, they probably the big at the middle school. So that's when they come to you, that's where they think they going. That's where they at.
I agree to you, but I'm telling you, even then, once they get free again, and you go to a different environment, you say 5 out, and they work on their game and they know who they are. It's nothing you can say, hey, because that's saying, because people used to say you were big to me, you were big. As soon as I got with it, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm free now. I know I can handle this, but I know because there's nothing in my head you gonna tell me I'm a big.
Well,
Only this coach can tell me this.
and then
But in
you
my
got
mind, I know I'm a guard.
Mm-hmm.
and then you got this aspect as well. Everybody want to handle the ball when it's a sorry team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got them, you got that aspect too.
Yeah.
I watch so many high school games. Man, everybody on the baseline trying to get the ball when it's a sorry team.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's one of them teams, that can press and get after your butt, all of them running down the court. Everybody running down the court. The dude out of bounds, waiting to throw it into somebody because everybody ran down the court. Don't nobody want the ball in.
Hey, I need some help.
Yeah.
Hey,
Exactly.
and that's how my coaches realized I could shoot it and handle it. It's my freshman year. Everybody, nobody, we played one of them teams for Marshall, Louisiana. I'm talking about they on our ass. I'm like, bro, I know y'all niggas ain't scared of this. I'm handling. I'm going down, but this shit ain't. But I come from this. Like, I like this shit, and the
Yeah.
fight come with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? We gonna fight in this, bro. Hey, the coach like, damn, when you can handle that ball, bro? I've been trying to tell your dumb ass I'm a guard, bro. I've been training my whole life as a guard, bro. Hey, then you gonna put me as a screener? Man, stop that.
That's
Yeah,
a real life story, man. I see so much now with kids. I say, after a red game, coach, you saw me handling the ball. Well, the team was terrible. I said to him, the
yeah,
team was terrible. Next Saturday, let's see if you're gonna handle it the same way. Gone, running,
yeah,
Go.
gone.
Have you ever had the best socks in the world? Nope, you ain't. You don't know why you lying like that. Listen, ASG socks is the best socks in the world. Comfortable, snug fit, and you don't need to double sock them. Listen, the socks that the pros wear, these are ASG socks. Listen, man, buy two, get one free, plus free shipping. Less than $50, man. Use code I'm coming to get these socks. Get these socks today. Stop playing.
Don't want the ball. Don't want the
and
ball.
in the corner fizzling with your fingers. Hey,
Oh shoot.
hey,
Dog.
Yeah,
catch it. Hey, soon as you catch you,
yeah.
man, come on, man.
Call the timeout. Timeout.
Yeah,
Timeout. Timeout. You
yeah,
know,
Oh man.
yeah. Different levels of basketball will show you where your kids are. You know what I'm saying? So I think, like how Trey said earlier in this live, I don't mind kids playing rec and then going to see if they good enough to go playing that other stuff
Right.
because a delusional parent will say, yeah, you can play this, you can do this, but a real parent gonna say, who's that game over with? You ain't ready.
yeah,
Yeah.
You ain't ready
Yeah.
for that. You ain't ready for that at all.
Yeah.
And my money ain't ready to invest in something like this when you fully not ready. I ain't gonna pay for you to come sit on the bench and play 2 minutes.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because that's what's gonna end up
Some
happening.
parents cool with that
Yeah,
though.
I know. This era, this era, this
hey,
era is
and
this
now
era.
this is
Yeah,
my
yeah.
philosophy with that though. They know they kids is limited to high
Mm.
school. So they know you probably won't go to the WNBA or NBA.
Right.
They know you probably won't go to a high major college where you have to travel and play. So it's like, all right, let me get it in while they young So when they
Mm.
older, they be like, "Hey, I had that experience to travel and play basketball." But it's like, man, like what you, it's like your goal. What you trying to do? You trying to be good, or you trying to travel at a young age, or play in those tournaments at a young age. So that's my philosophy. I think parents know their kids not good, so it's
Mm.
like, hey, let's get them on a travel team early. Let's get them on this team early, so they get that experience, and then after high school, shoot, we ain't got to worry about because I had that experience, so they can grow up and say,
Mm.
"Hey, I used to travel and play basketball. I played on the Adidas circuit. I played this, and you know, that's my philosophy. Because half these parents, I believe, they know their kids is not good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they still hopping on them planes.
They still
Yeah.
hopping
They
on
still
the
hopping
planes.
on them planes. You heard me when I told my kids, I said, "Hey, we ain't doing that this year."
Yeah.
Hey, I canceled all them tournaments right after live, and it wasn't in their performance. I know they could compete. We ain't getting blown out by nobody. But I'm like, I'm looking at the little stuff, like all the little stuff, and we don't need it. You know what I'm saying? Like we just don't need
Yeah.
all that stuff right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To go to live here, bro, and get smacked by 50,
It's
that's
crazy.
crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That means nobody. That means I'm talking about nobody on that sideline from the coach all the way to the kids belong there.
Yeah,
Belong there.
yeah.
They don't belong there at all. Yeah, they don't belong there. Nobody. Nobody
Nobody,
belongs there.
bro. You should not
Yeah.
do, bro. You may get popped by 20. You know what I'm saying? But bro,
That happens. That happens.
that happens.
But okay,
Yeah,
so
that happens.
let me
It could
ask
be,
you:
it could
Are
be,
you
it could be
elite?
30. It could be 30 because they hit so many threes on you. You know what I'm saying? They got loose on you and they were just knocking threes
Um,
down. Because I've got beat.
30
I got
pushing it, Z.
no. I
Hey,
got no. On 17 U EYBL, bro. You can get beat by 30 real quick, bro. I done been there. I know. I
with
know, bro. I'm telling you.
with your elite
You the
kids,
17 U EYBL, bro.
Yeah. Hey,
Boy,
I'm learning something,
you
V.
you
I'm
could
learning something because I'll be
You can
with it.
play against some teams that's so loaded over there, boy. You go play against Tennessee Flight, and them niggas got everybody. Nigga, they loaded. Or you play against Boo Williams where he get Washington, Baltimore, Virginia. He got all the best on one team, and you got what you got. You know what I'm saying? Going up against all of that he got. Boy, they'll get on your head so bad, boy, cause your monsters can only do so much. He got a bunch of monsters over there. He subbing in monsters. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I've seen it, bro. I've
at
seen it. I've
30.
seen it. I'm telling you, I've seen it, bro. I've seen it. Y'all need to go.
Ooh-wee.
Y'all need to go to Boo Williams or go one time. Just go and sit and just watch, dog. How elite some of these teams be, bro. And the other team that they playing is really really good, but they just embarrass it. FBC when they used to come down here used to embarrass elite teams, bro. I'm talking about obliterate them.
Okay. I
30.
take that. Hey, because I always tell
I'm
I
not
always
saying all the time.
No,
I'm not saying all the time,
yeah.
Ed. I'm saying it was a game where it got away from
yeah.
it. They was ha. 30. I'm saying 30. 30 ain't no different from 20, nigga. Y'all act like 30 is just as
Shit,
different
that
from 20.
30 look bad on paper.
20 and 30 the same damn thing, nigga. It's
At
all
30,
hey,
that 30 that oh, that
listen,
30. That,
listen. 20 the clock still running. 30 the clock still running.
Yeah.
Shit.
they ain't
Hey,
gonna lie,
now
80 to
so
50, 80 to 50 look way worse than 70 to
no
50.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say this. It depends on the
80,
points. It depends on the
80 to
points.
50 or 80 to 60 is the same damn thing. And you got your ass whooped.
Yeah. Hey, I was gonna say this. Z, tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. I give my girls points. I'm like, all right, at this age, elite, you gotta score at least 50 to 60. Like when you want to win. So if we playing an elite team and we get like I'm always telling them, if we playing and we reach our goal, we reach 45, 50, 60 points, right? And that team get to 80, y'all deserve to get beat. That team just like that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah.
because they went over our max, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can we push it to 80? Maybe, but what we've been trying to get to 60 because in our head right now at that age, elite is 60 points. Maybe 17U, it might be 70, right? You got to get
Right.
70. So if you get 70 and then you go play a team that put 90 on the board, all right, then they better. So
Yeah.
I can agree. But if you getting blown out and you only got 20 points and the team put up 60, 50, it's like, damn, are you elite if you only put up 20? Because, like, you go take that team you saying you got beat. Somebody on your team got to get 15,
Bro,
16 points.
Right.
bro, the Cal Stars were with Sabrina. When Sabrina played for the Cal Stars, they had, I believe, 6 or 7 McDonald All-Americans on one team. Bro, we was in first place in the EYBL, and we played them in the semifinals to go to championship and got beat by 30.
What was the score? What did y'all score?
I think they beat us like 90 to 60
Yeah.
something, like 90 to 60 something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that was a one-time game. Like,
Right.
I'm not saying it's repeatedly where you get beat by 30,
Right.
but I'm saying it can happen when you're playing against those type of programs. They got them elite college systems, and they swinging that thing, and they doing things that kids ain't never seen before. Man, it get ugly quick. You call all the time as you want, they come right back out doing it again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
But
I'm just saying, I'm not saying that that's a continuous thing where you get beat like that, but I'm saying there's some programs that'll put 30 on your head and shit. It ain't nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing you
that's
can
what
do
I'm
about
saying.
it.
Y'all still hit 60 though. So it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
no average team or no elite team around your area is putting up 60
Yeah.
like that. You know what I'm
Like
saying?
Ed said, 70 to 10 is unacceptable. Like 10 points, yeah, that's unacceptable. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no way y'all should just have 10 points in a whole game. No, that's
Because you
unacceptable.
put
You know?
60 points up, somebody, 3 people on your team had a good game.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
just like you said, the other team put up 90, 80. Like,
Yeah.
what we gonna do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like shit,
Yeah.
they putting that ball in
And
their
it's,
bucket.
sometimes it's personnel as far as their big can shoot the thing. Our big can't get out and guard. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they went through their big. They threw it at, they was doing Joker offense back before Joker even got in the NBA. They was running their big to the top of the screen, to the top of the key. She illustrated offense. Our big sag back. They kick it back to it. Yeah. There wasn't nothing we could do about it. Then our big go out and guard her. Boom, she go by. You know, it's personnel. You know, if you ain't got that type of personnel to guard the type of stuff that other teams got that's elite, like I said, FBC, when I used to watch FBC, I'd be like, damn, they running through all our elite teams. You know, they used to come down here at Mansfield Fieldhouse and just rumble through everybody. And we had good teams.
Right.
We had really good, solid teams, but you couldn't match up with what they had. They had 6'7", 6'8", guards that were dunking. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just hard to match up with that sometimes. And you could be really, really good, but did you just meet somebody that's like that? You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Whew. That 30 ball, though. That 30 ball. Ooh-wee.
He on that
But
30
see,
ball.
hey, when y'all look at it, I never looked at how bad we lost. I look at we lost. And I'm going to go watch film and see why we lost the way we lost. When you're a real hooper, you can win by 1 or you can lose by 1. That shit still hurt. That loss by 1 still hurt. You know what I'm saying? So the loss by 20, 30, all that shit the same, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a loss.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What about sometimes as a coach, have you ever done this? When you know you're finna lose, you play some of those girls or those boys that don't normally get in the game and let them see what this shit like out there. Cause they can do all that mumbling on the bench.
Yeah.
I said, motherfucker play me. Motherfucker play me and let me see, you know what I'm saying? They over there on the bench, you know what I'm saying? So they get out there and get to see it, and then they be like, oh shit, they doing this, they want to come out, they tired, you know what I'm saying? You just got the game, why you tired? You know what I'm saying? Yo, so sometimes it's coaches that can be a 30 ball because of that too. You got you putting them in the game and trying to allow them to see, what this like out there.
Right.
So,
Gotcha. Well, shoot, man. Good live. You know what I'm saying? Good perspectives for sure.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week, man.
Yeah. And pay your Boost Mobile bill because you was struggling this morning.
Listen, bro, I don't know what was going on this morning. Look, the enemy.
What they say they don't open till 7. You gotta wait.
Hey, listen. Hey, I was telling Trey, I said, hey, he got that government phone off the side of the road or
upload the minutes right there. Hold on. Let me upload these minutes.
Hey, Hey, I got a phone that'll be like this. I got one finger.
Dog got
Hey, hey, what they
that
say?
straight talk.
You know when they go to when you call it when a jail call you, you got 1 minute
Yeah.
remaining.
Oh
Back to y'all.
shit.
I'm way older than y'all. I'm way older than y'all, but I used to sit in my truck, boy, and wait till 9 o'clock to get them free minutes. Boy, I be like, yeah, I be waiting. It be 8:59, 8:59. Boom.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah.
boy.
Oh yeah. Hey, that's how it was when we came up. That's how it was. You had to wait till 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Get on that phone. Yeah, wait till nine
Nah.
o'clock.
Bro,
Yeah.
I think we had that in middle school. I think when we first cell phones started coming out for us, like it was in middle school for us, and we bro, all we could text. You get
Unlimited
like 300 texts, and then you get so many minutes, and then you got them calls after 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
by 9 o'clock we had to go to bed.
Yeah.
Hey, but you remember you had to make the decision. You remember it said free calls at night or free calls on the weekend. You be like,
Yeah.
shit, I don't know. I get busy on the weekend. Well, I don't know what I
Hey.
would do.
Hey, I had that next tail chirping like a mud. I was walking, talking to everybody, boy.
Yeah,
Oh
Yeah,
man.
y'all remember that next tail chirp,
That
boy?
when
That's
hey
you.
when Luda had the commercials.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not that old.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh man.
All right, y'all.
All
All
right,
right
man.
now.
Y'all have a
All
good
right,
day.
boy.
Yes, sir.
Y'all too.